Well, since losing at Lyon, our form has not been the best. It's been good. Has it been good enough? Yes and no. The good news is that despite drawing at Lens, at Lorient, with Nice, losing to Monaco, beating Montpellier and Brest, we are currently in 7th place on 59 points, and we are playing Bastia, who are being relegated. So I'm starting the first teamers today. We got qualification at stake. How did Lens already get a spot? What did they do? They won the French Cup. So the good news is that the last 3 teams here have been kind of beating up on each other. We've had 3 draws. We've had 3 wins and 2 draws. Lille has had 2 losses and 2 wins. Lyon has been on an absolute tear, 4 wins and a draw. They've really moved up. So who is Lille playing? Lille's playing. Who's Lille playing? Lille is playing Auxerre. And Lyon is playing Reims. Auxerre and Reims. I need Auxerre to do us a solid. I don't know that it's going to happen. And of course, Junior is suspended for this match. Andre is out with an injury. But this is what we're going to have today. We're going to have a Kubi in goal. Van Huyston and Haskadunic as the defensive backs. Carbonic and Mendez as the wing backs. Demir behind Basic and Agadello. I'm still not a huge fan of Basic. Tabidi and Polistri as the attacking Mezgue up top as the strikers. And Comier is on the bench. The star of last year's youth intake. The more I look at him, the more his potential. He's got to be at least a 150 to 160 PA kid. And I'm really hoping we can hold on to him long enough. This is the end of season 4, so we got 5, 6, and 7 coming up. I'm holding up by the end of season 7. He'll be 18, 19 years old. He'll be starting more often than not. We are going to go to the attack. Charles Lamage knocked away. The team. Back to Guidi. Up into space. The team. Way nice. Oh, there was a whistle. They're calling that a foul? Seriously. And he missed it. He hit it wide. Oh, did we dodge a bullet there? Peterson bombs it forward. Haskadunic to Mendez. Back to Haskadunic. Demir. Mendez. There's a 360. Polistri. Wodello. Gueye. Basic. He's Polistri got between the defenders and he misses it wide left. That's what he does. He misses it wide left. Klama. Peterson just bombs it forward again. Van Huyston almost loses it. Gets it to Demir. Demir out to Carbonic on the left. Nice first touch to Viti, who picked up an injury. Lofts it towards Gueye. Gueye rounds the keeper and scores his 24th goal of the season. He's been an absolute star for us this season. He's everything I hoped he would be. And over the crossbar there. What happened to Tabidi? Emile sends it in, knocked away. Polistri. Up to Gueye. Gueye turns around. Up to Tabidi. And a nice save by Peterson. What is going on with Tabidi? Potential knee injury. Okay, you know what? We'll get him off. Basic. Gueye gets out jumped. Agadello, on the other hand, should run down the loose ball. Mendez. Haskadunic. Carbonic. Carbonic cuts it inside, gets it back to Nas. Carbonic. Basic. Back to Demir. Demir to Agadello. Tries taking a shot, goes nowhere. Agadello again skies it. Come on, guys, you're supposed to be working it into the box. Basic. Kick in. Way never left the ground. Diallo. All the green shirts running past him. Didn't try and even get the ball. Haskadunic back to Akubi. Akubi dwells on the ball for a minute. Gets it to Haskadunic. To Agadello. Up to Mendez. Mendez holds it up. Centers it back to Agadello. Agadello, nice backheel pass. Mendez tries feeding it. Agadello. He does. Misses it. Gueye's there with the header. His second goal of the game. It was a busted play by Agadello. He was getting too ambitious, didn't have the shot, and somehow the ball ended up at Gueye's head, and he scored. There's some bombs at forward again. Haskadunic can't control the header. Magri gets it. Diallo, weak shot of Kubi, no problem stopping it. Nice, first touch by Demir. Back to Haskadunic. Gets out to Mendez. Mendez, back to Haskadunic. Mendez, wait. Mendez feeds Agudelo, and this time he scores. That was nice. Some very good ball movement. Absolutely dominating Bastia. It hurts me to say that. I had a Bastia save that was really, really fun. And I had a very good time with it. Got back up to League One. Beat PSG a few times. Won the league. Was a good save. We're 60 minutes in. There's been no highlights this second half. We're going to bring Mendez back for Haskadunic. Bring on Tome for Mendez. Polistri's picked up an injury. You know what? We're going to bring on a Comier. Why not? 3 goals up. 16 goals in. Diallo, 4 goals in. No, it's Bastia. Wow. Wow. What the heck was I thinking? The blue should have been a total giveaway. Where's Diallo? That's a Comier. Trying to click on it. That's a Comier right there. Akubi, Carbonic. Out to a Comier. Too far. Fofana, Guidi. Back to Peterson. Lama. Follows Lamage. Diallo. Diallo gets by the one defender. Got 3 chasing him. Holds it up. Gets it back to the team. The mill. Top of the box. Off the crossbar. Bunk. Way. Agudelo. Out to Tome. Comier. Centers it. Guay. And he hits it. Comier gets his first assist in his St. Etienne career. 77 minutes into the last game of the season against Bastia. That was nice. Fofana. Guidi. Back to Fofana. Guidi. Abzi. Magri. Abzi. Oh, Tome blocks it. Gets the ball to Comier. Comier driving forward. Got a little bit of speed. Gets by the one defender. Okay, he saw the goal and thought I could score. He was obviously wrong. That's youth right there. I will totally put that on youth. I mean, the kid's 16. The team. Farouk. Problem is, I don't know what the other teams are doing. I can't tell how they're doing. I'm going to have to talk to Jimin about this and see if we can't add that as a report somehow. With a 4-2 victory over Bastia. Way at 9.3. Latest scores and tables. Did we miss out? We missed out because Lille won and Lyon lost. Nice beat Marseille, so Marseille didn't move, but they were never in danger of falling out of 4th. Reims beat Lyon 4-1, so Lyon was on 62 points. We were on 59. We lost out on goal differential. That second Bastia goal absolutely rogered us. 92nd minute Magri goal absolutely rogered us. Oh, man. The camera's going in and out because there's nowhere to focus. We ended up on 62 points. Goal difference. Results between teams. Goal difference was if the goal difference had been the same, results between teams would have been Lyon going through because we lost them twice. Son of a gun. Way was stellar. Achieved 8.39. We got 11.4 million left in the bank and a little bit of wiggle in the payroll budget. That's because I brought in a player. We'll take a look at him in the next transfer window because he's not going to show up till July anyway. Question is, what is my transfer budget going next? So close. I really thought we had a chance getting European football this year. Take a look here at the total schedule. That reminds me, the one thing I do want And then at the beginning of the season, when I asked the board for a new affiliate, hopefully they will be a bit more receptive. Benny Green, Dust Hill, Mahalo, Ristic, Gonzalo Plata, Trauco, Makudi, Nayu, Mufix, out. Initial budgets. That's what I have right now. Save this here real quick. In the season review here, Lens winning the league, or Lens winning the cup, also kind of hurt us. Who did they beat? We looked at this earlier. They won the French Cup. They beat Monaco. If Monaco had won, it would have pushed the slot down to us. We would have qualified. But good on Lens for qualifying. Our biggest win this season was the 5-2 against Lorient. Our match to remember was the 2-1 against Strasbourg. Goal of the season, Tome's goal against Auxerre in March. Remember this off the top of my head. I'm sure once I see it, I will. Lufia. Tome. Oh, yeah, absolutely rocketed in from 30-something yards. You can see why they chose that as goal of the season. Finance-wise, our sponsorship was up, our broadcast revenue was down slightly, our corporate was up, our competition prize money was up, our match day commercial retail was down slightly. And player of the season, basics, go figure. Young player of the season is Demir. Signing of the season was a Kubi. Goal of the season, Tome. Wade, 26 goals, basic 6 assists. Wade, 8 players of the match, and a 7.3 rating. Mimicevic, 120 passes completed per 90. High transfer fee paid was $13.3 million for Zeno Van Hoytsen, and we sold Herrera for $34.5 million. Television expectation. Defensively solid soccer. Counterattacking. In the season team meeting. Conference League. The vast majority of the squad agreed that we could qualify for the season break. Comes back in July. Plus, we've got the World Cup this year, but it's going to be a standard World Cup and not take place in the... I don't even know where it's being held. We're not going to Tahiti. We'll go to Switzerland. Okay. See if we can't deal with the board some more. Maybe get a couple new affiliates in. That would be nice. Way led us with 26 goals. That was to be expected. The 26 goals was a bit unexpected. 4 goals, 4 assists rather, 8 players of the match. Demir had 2, 2, and 1. Those will improve next season as he gets more playing time, especially at the defensive mid position. Basic had an all-around good season. 7 goals, 6 assists, 1 player of the match, but a ton of stupid freaking mistakes that about drove me up a wall. Mendez, 4 assists. Agudelo, 6 goals, 6 assists, 3 players of the match. Polistri, 6 goals, 6 assists, 2 players of the match. Those guys were both my primary wingers. Manuka Jr., 1 assist. Bachman, 19 starts and a 6.8 or a 6.66. Akubi, 15 starts and a 7.07. Akubi will be the starter next year. The more I think about it, the more he just needs playing time. I'm judging him too quickly. It's happening. Haskadunic, an okay season. Tome, an okay season. I had a lot of rotation going on. So that would explain some of it. The other part of it is that we just... some of the guys that were responsible for a lot of the scoring and stuff like that left at the mid of the season. So we do look at the season. We got off to a really good start. We stumbled in October and November. February absolutely killed us. The 2 losses and the 2 draws did absolutely nothing to help us. And the 2 draws at the end of the season to Lorient, who admittedly, Nice finished in 3rd. Lorient finished in 12th. They did us no favors whatsoever. If Lille had lost, we would have been fine. But Lille was playing Auxerre, and there was no way Auxerre was going to. So, that said, what are we looking at in this offseason? We're looking for a little bit more quality up top. The question is, Way is going to be a good striker. I've got Itten as a backup. Itten is solid. If Itten or Guehe leave, a lot of players wanted on loan. We have some really good potential. A lot of it is the 16-year-olds. Be expected. If I can get a good youth affiliate, if I can get a good lower league club affiliation, I would be more comfortable sending those guys out on. Tommy's going to be starting. Amugu needs more starts. He only got 5 this season. That was on me. We just have to have plans in place for if guys like Guehi and Basic leave. Well, push comes to shove, maybe we play the loan market. Luka Jr.'s wanted now. He's actually opting out of his contract, which is one of the big reasons I brought in. Fully blanking on his name now. Not Carbonic, the other guy. It's late. That's my excuse. It's late. It's literally like 2 in the morning. It's late. I'll probably be up till 4 with the transfer window stuff. But anyhow, I like where we are. I really, really am bummed we did not qualify for European football. That was the goal of the season. And we came close. And that's a good thing. But, oh, Kubi's gone up in value. 45 to 53 million. Colomier's 30 to 40 million. Jeez. Contract. We'll get him a new contract when he's 17. We'll hold him off. The guys who are out on loan had some pretty good seasons. Amadori had 16 goals playing for Dijon. He'll be back next season. He's the backup. Jatishi's leaving. Everybody got a decent amount of playing time this year. Musa was the only one who didn't get a ton, but even then with 19 games, he had a really good season. One of the things I'm hoping for is that he comes back a little bit better. 3 stars, definitely going to be in play on the left. Probably coming off the bench. If I remember correctly, he can also play defensive left back or defensive wing back on both sides. A good thing. So, not the best ending to the season. We did what we needed to do. Van Hoysten, that was his name. Traveling for the World Cup. Joining the Belgian squad. We had our chance. We have no one to blame but ourselves. February hurt us. Those 2 draws at the end of the season hurt us. Lesson learned. But we're set up well for next season. We got off to a strong start. We stay healthy. We play good football for the most part. Should be fine. Knock on wood. Next season, European football or bust. It's year 5. We need European football in years 5, 6, and 7. We need top 6 finishes the last 3 years of the save for me to consider a success. So, with that said, I'm going to call this an episode. It's late. I've got editing to do tomorrow. I've got a transfer window to get through tomorrow, a bunch of other fun stuff. If you have liked what you've seen and heard, please leave a like. Subscribe to the channel for more content. Let me know what you would look for in this season's transfer window. Questions, criticisms, other comments, leave those down below. I will answer those as fast as I can. My name is FM23. I thank you very much for watching.